that have made it into the final. City Lads of the Eastern Cape, Vasco da Gama of the Western Cape. King Zwelithini has been the host of all these matches, today being the 12th of the matches that are being played at this particular venue. The players being led out by the officials for today's encounter that have done exceptionally well throughout this tournament. A moment to cherish for the coaches. These are the teams that are coming out of the tunnel. City Lads in the navy blue with a bit of white trimmings. The team from the Eastern Cape. Here is Vasco da Gama, led out by the captain. And one is expecting some fireworks in this match. Both coming into this tournament with a very, very dramatic fashion. Penalty shootouts, last-minute equalizers. But before we get into the proceedings, we will be having the national anthem that will lead the way after such a beautiful start. This is the way that we end this tournament. It is blistering conditions. It is 30 degrees, looks like 30, feels like 34 degrees. But just to look at the beautiful pitch that is prepared. But let's join in the national anthem.
Thank you very much.
What a moment to cherish as the players take their seat. Players getting ready for their team photographs. City Lads and Vasco da Gama. We're talking about City Lads, a team that won by 3-2 in the previous encounter to make their way into the final. The dignitaries making their way onto the field for the customary greetings with the players. Vasco da Gama had to have a penalty shootout to separate the two sides. Your voices, the names behind that this afternoon. Gloria Brown, Imbogodo, bringing it to you from the King Zwelithini Stadium. Tulisile Mia also joins me. She will be joining us a little later in the match, but what a game, as Roxanne Barker just makes sure that she puts in a fantastic performance. The captain of Vasco da Gama, as Jamie Lee Woodboy, she made sure that all the officials are being led through. And here is the captain of City Lads, Boy, also leading through Nomsa Mahlangu of SAFA and the respective dignitaries. As we see the conditions out there, players are ready to rumble. The battle lines are drawn for this encounter. It's been a tournament of many, many goals, 51 goals in total. Let's have a look at the team sheets for City Lads. Amanda Ntei, Notila Msila, Yoliso Makalimba. 3 changes being spotted in that lineup. No place for Mtase, no place for Kolisi. Let's look at the tactical way of the play. 3-4-3, Ndesi, Mjoko and Nanesele up front. Boy as well as Ntei in goal.
kanti ke ngapha ke umqeqeshi oAshraf uyena ke namhlanje ubuye ke ngogoalkeeper wakhe Jessica Williams bathembe kakhulu futhi ke laphana ke phambili Mike Minis umdlali ke omncane oshake amagoli kanti ke badlala i4-2-3-1 ushilo umqeqeshi ukuthi ke emuva bafuna ke ukuvala kakhulu ngoba abafuni ukuthi badedele ke amagoli laphana ke phambili kukhona uBhaka umdlali ke onesipiliyoni ngendlela ke eyisimanga laphana ke manje onompempe lindiwe ethwala usizwa ke uSamkelo Ngwane kanjalo ke noZanele Ntombela bayathosa laphana ke manje okapteni nakanjani ayaphela amaphupho la eKings Wellington Stadium elilodwa iqembu noma ke awomabili azongena kuyona iSuper League kodwa linye elizothola igolide.
That's what it is. 100,000 guaranteed for both these teams. However, one would be expecting that 200 is on the man. That's Ashraf Calvert, the man in charge of Vasco da Gama in today's encounter. The young 27-year-old, he's been around with this team. He's made them sing. He's made them changes. He's made them progress to the final. That Andile Mkhwebane, the head coach of City Lads from 2002. He's still around with the team. So you're talking about a man who understands the DNA of this team and will make sure that he's done the business, but he wants to be the ultimate champion. Cecil, who has been behind the ladies since 2009 and making sure they continue to drive women's football. Jessica Williams in goal, one of the celebrated players for Vasco da Gama. We get underway this afternoon. It is Vasco da Gama in the white uniform with a bit of white with a bit of blue trimmings. You're attacking the goal from the right to the left of your screen, and City Lads in the navy blue. They attacking the goals from the left to the right of your screen. Coach Ashraf Hendricks talks about his play being that of a lot of wing play and players oozing with confidence from the previous match, knowing how hard they worked, but still believed that was an under par performance. So if anything to go by, we should be in for what a fantastic match. On the other hand, City Lads have revenge on their mind. They lost by 3-1 in their previous round robin matches, but today they say this is a different cup of tea. The stakes are too high. They have definitely brought in the big arsenals from the Eastern Cape. The president of the province, Mzo, is here. The MEC, Vaseka Nkomane, is also here. And we could look at the football in the Eastern Cape and say it is on the rise. They continue to host the Hollywood Bits leagues and also the COSAFA tournament of late, the under-20s and the senior tournament, which is usually held in the Eastern Cape. They are being rewarded by City Lads, who joins Thunderbirds in the Eastern Cape to raise that flag and keeping it flying high. It's a free kick and some defending to do for Vasco da Gama. Nandipa Boy, who is a very experienced 33-year-old, expected to put some problems, and immediately Jessica goes out and comfortably collects on a second attempt, spotting a little bit of danger, but she's very calm. The return of Astria to the lineup for Vasco da Gama is a welcome decision. She got injured in the early stages of the tournament, is Astria Vokes. She comes in for Patul Peterson. 3 changes that I've picked up in Vasco da Gama lineup. Abigail Peterson finds herself on the bench. Karen Jansen is another player on the bench. Nolutando Bottoman makes her way and puts her hand up, and so does Roche Solomon. That was the early attempt by Nandi Papoy, which got the goalkeeper a little bit concerned. Throw in, Vasco. Astria. Ball over the top in Here's a chance, keeper. The Woodwork coming to the rescue, and that is certainly an early warning sign. The follow-up, not one that the captain would have loved, but Jamie Lee Whitboy just making sure she kept the pressure on. But that was a beautifully taken snapshot. It was a snapshot from the right-hand side. The Woodwork coming to the rescue. That would have been what a beauty. City lads quickly dispossessed by Michelle Minis. Akila Alfred's in the middle. Astria running out wide. And a poor delivery. Not that many numbers to aim for. Astria. Patient build-up from the defense. City lads. Player down and quickly offering support is Siposetu Nojoko. It's a free kick, 4 against 4. Sinosepu Jogo coming into this final. You're looking at City lads at won their first match by 12 to 3 against Royal Visit, and Irene Joachim, player who's just shaking off a little bit of pain and getting back into the action. Vasco, that was the loss that was suffered by City lads by 3 to 1 in the semi-finals, winning that one very, very closely by 3 to 2. You know, when they talk of a smash and grab, that was a smash and grab in referee's optional time when everyone thought we're going to penalties, and the hat-trick heroine on the day, Nandi Boy, stealing it for City lads. 5 minutes on the clock, and a throw-in it is for Vasco da Gama. You're looking at their road to the final. Royal Wizards were on the receiving end of an 8-goal thrashing in that match. Michelle Mini scoring 2 goals. Vasco in the next game against City lads. Minis also scoring 2 goals, winning that one by 3 to 1. And a mistake! Oh! That is Shantae Morris. Shantae Morris, who actually missed the penalty in the previous game, but here she is redeeming herself. Shantae Morris gets the opening goal. Mistake in that defense of City lads. Should have cleared the ball first time. Here is Astria whipping that ball, falling off the chest. Quicker to react is Shantae Norris. 1-0 the scoreline at the Kings Wellatini Stadium. All smiles for Vasco da Gama. The start they were hoping for, according to the coach, was to get an early goal. Minis. Astria on the ball. There's a goal scorer, Shantae Norris. Coach making a few tactical changes, positional changes, confirming the scoreline. Norris, just after 6 minutes. Jessica. Under pressure. And free kick to Vasco. That's a free kick for Vasco. Genevieve Jafta, who was the Diski lady of the match, the Diski queen of the match in the previous encounter, and comfortably into the hands of goalkeeper. Ball is in the air. Good control. First touch is important. Good turn as Yolisa Makalima just tries to make herself available. But Barker, instrumental in the midfield, is Roxanne Barker. The 30-year-old Roxanne Barker. Hacked away. Oh, that's a ball just nipped over the top as Shantae Norris was available and looking for supply. Minis. Keeper beaten! And it's Minis yet again! Michelle Minis! Oh, Raldinho, yes! It's for you, Mom! I'm flying high. And that's what she says. Can you imagine the time she took last night to prepare that t-shirt? Michelle Minis increasing her tally to 6 goals in this tournament. A mistake and pouncing on it. Captain Jamie Lee Witboy releasing Michelle Minis and she spotting the keeper. Oh, what an awkward angle. Early stages and 2 goals to the goods as the keeper was beaten hands down. And 2-0. Amanda Ntei could do nothing about that. Throw in for City Lads. All the way down to goalkeeper Jessica. What a way to get started. Norris and Minis getting the 2 goals that they needed. With 9 minutes on the clock in this blistering heat, they got the early goals. City Lads shell-shocked. They continue to go forward. Having to pick up the ball in the midfield. Tuli, we're looking at 10 minutes. I'm sure this is not what we had in mind, but one can look at and say a good start for Vasco da Gama.
Phela ebesicabanga izolo amagoli angene ngesombe esesibili kodwa ke namhlanje sibona ke amagoli asheshayo 10 minutes ebhodini iVasco da Gama ihamba phambili ngamagoli amabili eqandeni igoli lika Norris negoli lakhe la uMiche Minis 2 Vasco 2 noma ke not iyona ke iCity Lads ifinally le na kanjani ke namhlanje sizowathwesa ke uphaphe ke elegwalagwala abazokwenza kahle abazonqoba namhlanje la eKingswell ithini stadium ebhola ke seliphumela ke ngaphandle kuthiwa ke alibuye libekwe phansi kube ke igoal kick enikezwe ke Jessica Williams ugoalkeeper oneminyaka u22 mathathu kuphela ke amagoli asemngenelile ke kuyona ke elemidlalo ke selokhu ke iqalile ugoalkeeper ozethembayo ugoalkeeper ke ngempela ke owaziyo ukuvikela ke ipali lakhe uyakwazi futhi ke ukulawula kahle idefense yakhe izolo ngesikhathi ke bedlala noma ngolesihlanu ngesikhathi bedlala isemifinal nayo ke iCruisers na futhi ke elinye ithuba kodwa ugoalkeeper hayi leya defense ke namhlanje yeCity Lads ngathi ke khona ke okuzobethusa ugoalkeeper uyavimba aphinde futhi ke adlale ke njengake nesweeper lapha number 5 aphinde goalkeeper ngoba idefense yakhe ayiliboni idlala ngamehlo ibhola kuyona ke laphana ke iVasco da Gama Akila Alfred Barker Roxanne Barker isipiliyoni esikubharker 30 years goalkeeper wayedlalela kulona ke iqembu lebanyana uzalwa khona nje la eduze eMgungundlovu eMaritzburg Roxanne Barker. Uyabona nje ukuthi ke iVasco da Gama isilungiselele kahle ke lo mdlalo edlala kahle kakhulu ke iVasco da Gama. Uyabona ke iVasco da Gama ke selokhu ke iqalile le tournament iwashayile amagoli umdlalo wokuqala bashaye ke yona ke iRoyal Wizards ngo 8-1 baphinda badlala ke umdlalo wesibili neCity Lads yadliwa ke yona ke iCity Lads idliwa ke ngawo ke u3-1 kusho ukuthi ke namhlanje umdlalo ke owamaqhubu lo umdlalo ke ngempela ke okufanele ngempela azikhombise nangomqeqeshi ojabulile Ashrafu laphana ke uCalvet oyena ke umqeqeshi ke onamagoli ke amabili kodwa umi ngenyawo usafuna amanye ke amagoli ke laphana ke uCalvet oshilo ke namhlanje ukuthi umdlalo wakhe oneminyaka u20 uMiche Minis oyena ke amthembile ukuthi ke uzowenza umsebenzi namhlanje nangempela ke akakaphoxi yena ke uMike uselibeke phakathi igoli lakhe elesithupha umdlalo wokuqala ushaye 2 goals umdlalo wesibili washaya futhi ke 2 goals kwi-semi-final waphinde ke futhi ke washaya ke igoli elodwa ngesikhathi ke bedlala ke idraw ka 1-1 nayo ke laphana ke iCruisers okusho ukuthi ke usekoreke kuona ke yonke imidlalo yena ke uMike uMinisi umdlali ngempela ke odlala kahle kakhulu ke laphana ke ephambili ke kulona ke iqembu le Vasco da Gama 13 minutes ebhodini throw in iyaphoswa yabona ke inguquko ezenziwe ke umqeqeshi namhlanje ke uCalvert wenze ke inguquko ezintathu bamkhiphile uKaren Jansen bafaka ke umdlali obengadlalanga kwi-semi-final uAstra uBoxing baphinde ke bakhipha ke Abigail Peterson bafaka Rosham Solomon laphana ke kuyona ke i-left back no Petruli lapha Peterson naye ke futhi ke bamkhipha ukhona uNoluthando obottomeni owangena ngesombe ke esesibili ngesikhathi ke ebedlala ke i-semi-final lesinguquko ke uyazibona nje ukuthi ke ziyemsebenzela umqeqeshi zimtholele ke amagoli ke amabili ngokusheshsha nange Roxanne Barker oyalicontrol ibhola singise center manje box ngakwesokudla faka ijubane box bangena eboxini nayi defense ishayisana onompempe kodwa ke uthi alibekwe phansi ibhola yabona ke mabengayilungisi ke leya defense yabona ke uAstra box 27 years ugudla ngale ngasohlangothini lwesokudla oyinikeza inkinga idefense ye City Lads esingise center manje Nolitha Msila naye ke ungadlalanga ke ngomdlalo ke we-semi-final ngesikhathi ke ebeshaya ke ilindelane ngo 3-2 umdlalo wawumnandi ngendlela eyisimanga loyo ke sibona ke amagoli ke amathathu eshawa ke uyena la uyena ke uBoyi uNandipha aBoyi kodwa ke namhlanje ke ngathi ke kuthanda ukuthi ke kusinde kulona ke iqembu ke layo ke iVasco lona ke iCity Lads control emuva manje ke laphana ke Irene Wakim 32 years ajafta ngakwesokudla 15 years ingane encane kodwa nje idlala ke ngokukhulu ukuzethemba ayena ke uJafta lide manje ke ibhola yalithatha iCity Lads esingise center January Kapteni Ndesi hayi kodwa ke liyalahleka ke lebhola ke labo ke abase City Lads iqembu ke elasungulwa ke ngo1995 elinye ke lamaqembu ke amadala akhona ke laphana ke Eastern Cape ke labesifazane iCity Lads ozokhumbula ke ngesikhathi ke ibhola ke labesifazane lisaxhaswe ibona ke oSanlamo lalikhona kwangena uVodacom lelikhona leli qembu yikho ke namanje ke silibona lidlala ke lize ke lifike ke kuona ke ama-final liyakhombisa ngempela ukuthi elizimisele ke ngokuthuthukisa ibhola ke labasifazane ngale ke eEastern Cape nayi futhi Vasco da Gama Akila Alfred onegoli ke elilodwa kuyona ke elemidlalo ke uAlfred kodwa ke bamthathela ama-cross ngempela ke mathathu kuyona ke iVasco yinye kuyona ke iCity Lads Vasco da Gama ke idlala ngokukhulu ukuzethemba lapha emuva Noluthando obottomeni eminyaka engamashumi 30 udlala ke noIrene Wakim uyabona nje ukuthi ke bayihlaba bayayicela obheke nje uBarker lithi lizi ibhola bese qalazile ukuthi ngizolisapha lebhola uyayihlaba uyayicela uBarker awuyikhipha kamnandi uBarker siyakhombisa isipiliyoni lase ke elonakala ke manje ke ibhola ke layo ke laphana ke iCity Lads asibone ke naba zama ke ungena ke eboxini amajubane kodwa ke ibhola ke bese ke belikhiphela ke ngaphandle kuthiwa ke akube ke goal kick ezotholwa ke ilona ke iqembu lesile Vasco da Gama Jessica Williams ugoalkeeper ochaze abantu abaningi la enkundleni ngolesihlanu kuyona ke i-semi-final indlela nje ayevimba kahle ngakhona emidlalweni zathi ke zifika kuma penalty akazange aphoxe ke yena ke uWilliams wavuka phansi ke nama penalty amabili eCrucis ingakho ke namhlanje sikhuluma nje ukuthi ke iqembu leCrucis amabombo seliwabhekisile ke eGauteng lalisuka khona ngoba ke indlela iyabo ke elake kuyona ke ifinal ubevimbile uJessica Williams Captain Ntesi bambiza ngotholi 37 years uneke izandla manje ke ucaptain unegoli ke elilodwa ke kuyona ke elemhlalo ke ucaptain yavimba iVasco Baka uhleli nje laphana ke center yena ke uBaka ongeke nje uze usho ukuthi ke ugoalkeeper ke owevimba ngempela emapalini ke ayo ke ibanyana ngoba ke unama caps awu 28 kodwa nje indlela adlala kahle ngakhona laphana ke ngemuva nje kwestriker njengoba bedlala ke i4-3-2-1 uBaka ke omunye ke laphana ke ongemuva ke kwazo ke istriker kanti ke lapha phambili uNorris okuyena ke osivulele lenkundla ke ngegoli namhlanje naye ni through ball kodwa aliphakeme iflag likamsizi ke kaNompempe kuthiwa ke use offside yena ke laphana ke uMishe Minisi ubesefuna ukuyobhala futhi ke elinye ke igoli yena ke uMishe Minisi kodwa beyinhle leya phasi ayibeyinhle leya phasi ngempela kube nje uyitime kancane run yakhe athi nje ukuyidelay kancane nje leya run uMike awubesozwa ngendaba ugoalkeeper ngoba uMike sengimbonile mebhekene nepala kaGeju uMike akalenzi iphutha futhi ke akashayi nezitayela eziningi amagoli amahle uyazi ukuthi into ebalekile ukuthi ibhola lingene epalini yilokho nje akwenzayo uMike mebhekene namapali.
Certainly, having learned from the best, Ronaldinho, Mike Minis. And here's City lads. Here's a chance for City lads. Follow up over the crossbar. Oneswa Nanasele. She could have done better. She's got 4 goals to her name. And a rush shot. Keeper going down is Nolutando Bottoman. The defender going down, losing a balance at a crucial moment, laying it for an oncoming Onelisiwa. And that ball just getting over the top of the woodwork. Just to confirm the scoreline, Vasco da Gama cruising by 2 goals to 0. Minis and Norris on the score sheet, all the way back to Jessica Williams. The young 22-year-old confident goalkeeper was a heroine in the match, saved 2 penalties, but missed one of her own, hitting the woodwork. But again, redemption. That's the ball, chipping it over the top, trying to catch Jessica Williams, who watched that go over the woodwork. Nolita Msila in the midfield. She's given the responsibility to break all the attacks, but when given a chance to shoot, she does have a wonderful boot, and that one unfortunately just going or continuing to rise. Misha. City lads. Giving a chance to Shante Norris. City lads have got your backs against the wall and chasing this match. They have a throw in. Quickly taken. Closing down and forcing to go backwards. Andisiwe Ndesi. It's just in that pocket of the midfield. Nolita searching for Nandipa. Yoliswa Makalima. There's an urgency about the match. as Taryn January takes a throw in, pickpocketed there as Yoliswa Makalima does well, got the cross in, needs the numbers, and unfortunately that ball, the first touch, really letting her down. Bottoman. So let's just have a look at these goals. A ball coming in from the right-hand side. You're also looking at the flight of that ball, perhaps being slightly pushed by the wind. Again, you're seeing that. And that was when Shante Norris pounced on it. But again, you're looking at a wind blowing by northeasterly. And here's the other ball, nicely flighted as well for Mini's keeper, having no chance. And those are two brilliant efforts that were put to bed by Vasco da Gama. It is a water break, a much needed break for the young ladies out there, bearing in mind that the Sasol League is the second tier of women's football in South Africa, behind the Hollywood Bets Super League, and both these teams playing in the final have now qualified to be part of the 16 team this season that will be participating in the Hollywood Bets Super League. They join the likes of Thunderbirds, Mamelodi Sundowns, Bloemfontein Celtic, to just name a few, as they make history. They have never played each other before, besides in the round-robin stages, in which City Lads were beaten by 3-1. Here they are again fighting it out, and in a comfortable 2-0 lead is Vasco da Gama. Just to remind you that we had 3 groups in this tournament, Group A, Group B and Group C, and we are being represented in the final by Group C, which is Vasco da Gama and City Lads, who City Lads actually finished with 7 points in the group. So looks like as much as Group C was, Group A was marked as the group of death, we do get the 2 strong teams out of that particular group. 25 minutes and ticking. City Lads in the lead by 2-0. This is the tournament that continues to breathe women's football. Players like Nompumelelo Nyandeni, they have graced this occasion. Portia Modise, Sana Molo, just to name a few. Nopolo Pesane, and we'll continue to read those names out for you. When you look at the history of City Lads, they were put together since 1995. This team is very, very old. City Lads coming from the Eastern Cape. City Lads, in your picture, they are wearing navy blue with a bit of white trimmings and the navy blue stockings. That is City Lads. And in the white stockings is Vasco da Gama. Throughout this tournament, they played in maroon and white, which is the club colors for Vasco da Gama. And City Lads just intercepting that ball at a crucial position. But again, very quick to close him down is the captain, Red Boy. Not allowing City Lads to settle into any sort of rhythm. Jamie Lee Woodboy pushed into the middle of the park, where she's given the responsibility to stop the attack. Hacked away to allow her teammates to make the way into the box is Nolutando Bottoman. She forced her way into the starting lineup is Nolutando Bottoman at the expense of Janssen. Cross. Getting a heavy touch. Jamie Lee to the left-hand side to Ronaldinho. Very calm is Ronaldinho, but a hospital pass nevertheless, picked up by Nolita Msila. City Lads on the ball, trying and get into the pace with Nelisa. But again, just giving away possession needlessly, I might add. Astria. Barker. Not forgetting that Roxanne Barker was a former goalkeeper with 28 Banyana caps. When you look at the interceptions, you're looking at 14 in total. And City Lads trying to make something of it. They've got to really break this play and combination play in the middle of the park, where Vasco seemed to be dominant together with the wing play, which is what they came in specifically to do. Coach Terry alluded to the fact that they're going to close the wings, and that goal, the second goal coming from the wing, Mikamini, the first goal coming exactly from a supply on the right-hand side. Cross, bounce. Jessica just says, that's easy pickings for me. City lads, known as the Gunners, they really brought the big guns to come and witness this match, is City lads. And you know, when you recall the team, City lads, some of the names that come to mind who form the foundation of this team, as that ball has been crossed, not too many shirts, keeper makes a hash of it, but again, when you talk of a tigerish defender, a little chihuahua, we're talking about the 15-year-old Genevieve Jafta, who was able to protect her goalkeeper in that mistake that was made, because there was no need for the keeper to hit that ball out. She could have just tried to control it, use her feet carefully, but look at the young Jafta making sure that she protects her goalkeeper, gets onto the right side of the attacker, and also keeper was very quick off her line. But look at that, very nicely taken. This team very well coached. Alicia, a corner given. 30 minutes on the clock. Vasco da Gama are asking all the questions. City lads are failing to answer. Failing to answer. Nandipa, Onelisa, Kolisi, this is when you need your big games, your big players to try and turn the game on its head to ensure that they find their way back into this match. Should Vasco score another goal, that would be game, set and match very early in the first half. 30 minutes on the clock. It's a corner. Ball taken. Header. And just over the crossbar. Kuzozala nkomoni.
Ay asazi ukuthi uzala nkomoni, kodwa ke isikhathi ke kuphela ke esizositshela ngempela ke ngoba ke egcineni ke namhlanje siyabafuna oshampeni esizobabona ke beyiqukula inkomishi bekhombisa ukuthi ke ngo2022 ithina ke omakhonya esafika ke eMlazi eKingswell Ithini Stadium ama province e9 kwagcina ke kukhonya ke thina, kodwa ke izinto okwamanje zibonakala ke zivuna kakhulu ko iqembu ke laseKapa lodumo iVasco da Gama. Yabona ke lapha ke njengoba ke ukhuluma ke ngoJafta udlala kahle kakhulu ngakwesokudla uJafta, akukho nje umdlali ke owenza umathanda kulola hlangothi lesokudla nje ubedlala ke njengane right back okunalokho amabhola eza ke ngapha ke kwesokudla. Yabona ke ukapteni wayo ke iCity Lads ngendlela ke engibona ukuthi bacindezelekile, udlala njengake ne midfielder, uyena ke odlala njengane anchor lapha ke esini, kodwa ke ngcine sengimbone sehlehla manje ezodlala ke ngapha ke ngakwi right back. Into eyenza ukuthi eze ngala ngakwi right back ukhona ke lo mntwana omncane jersey number 2 Mike Minisi, uvela libamba ibhola aphume nje akadlala njengane striker. Emdlalweni edlule bedlala njengane number 9, namhlanje udlala ngakosohlangothini lesinxele, bavele baniphase khona ibhola alibambe alivale, uthatha isikhathi sakhe akatatazeli angene eboxini. Masengene eboxini ukabili uyakhahlela noma uyaphasa, futhi iphasi yakhe yinhle. Ngikhuluma ngoMike Minisi. Vasco da Gama, Irene Wakim emuva enoluthando Bottoman aSolomon lihamba ama-channel ibhola leVasco da Gama esingini esecenter manje khona ke Big Boy 24 years. Uyabona ke maseneka izandla kanje unolitha Msila ebhola liyabalahlekela offside ugabagaba futhi ke elo offside lo liyana ke njengoba ke liphakama ke iflag lakhe ke umsisi ke kaNompempe ibhola ke libekwa phansi ke kuthiwa ke akube ke ibhola elinikezwa ke iyona ke laphana ke iVasco da Gama yabona ke njengoba ke ku2022 sikuyona ke lama playoff ke akasasoli ngo2020 awabanga khona ngoba ke ahlehliswa befanele bengo December ahlehliswa ke ngoba ke isifo seCovid-19 besihlupha kakhulu kanti noma 2021 loyo ngo2020 azange abe khona nhlobo ngoba ke iCovid yayisinikeza ke inkinga kanti ngo2019 JVW iyona ke eyaba ke ompetha player of the tournament lapho kwabo uLebohange Ramalibe ngikhuluma nje namhlanje akekho ke la eSouth Africa ule phesheya kwezilwandle lapho ke ekhombisa khona ukuthi siwumzansi ibhola ke thina ke sidlala kanjani ke ulapha eBelarus kanti ke ngo2018 iTUT iyona ke eyanqoba umdlali ke owaba ke umdlali ke ovelele lapho ubongeka agumede yena ke futhi ke ulaphana ke kuyona ke ibanyana ngo2017 Bloemfontein Celtic ompetha ubambanani mbane kaphindanga wabheke emuva ubambanani ngikhuluma nje namhlanje njengoba ke ibanyana beyidlala izolo obekhona ke eZambia ngeshwa izinto ke zebanyana ihambanga kahle baguqile ke ngamagoli amathathu eqandeni amagoli wonke angene ngesombi ke sokuqala uyakhomba nje lokho ukuthi izinto ke bezingahambi kahle ke neze nayi City Lads iyancenga captain ngakwesokudla andisiwe Ndesi olifaka ke eboxini kodwa ke leliya bhola ke liyamakwa nje uyena ke laphana ke uWakim asibone ke laphana ke ngaphakathi ke eboxini onelisa alithuba lapha uyabhamuza inethi yabona ibhola makuthiwa ke ele team ke legoli elidlaliwe ke ele goli icross January eshaya ke igoli ke elihle kodwa umsebenzi omkhulu wenziwe onelisa ebhola ke elanda selifuna ke ukuyophuma awalanda ke wabuya ke nayo ke icross lamthola nje eyedwa uJanuary obheke nje onelisa waligoba awalibeka kamnandi laphana ke esithareni aJanuary umdlali ke owayedlala ke kuyona ke under 17 iye national team uyabona nje uyaliplacea lebhola beliphethe imessage ukuthi mangifika kuwena January ufika ungenze nje awangazenza izinto eziningi nangempela January yabona manje sekuzodlalwa mathatha amagoli 2 Vasco 1 City Lads iswombe esokuqala umdlalo owamanqamu 35 minutes ke ebhodini Vasco iyalisusa ke ibhola manje kuzofanele ke baphinde futhi ke balungise izinto ke ezabo ke abayo ke iVasco lisemuva ke manje iqala phansi iVasco iyakholelwa ke ukudlala ibhola libeke phansi bahambe nalo nje baye ke laphane ke ephambili ke abayo ke iVasco noluthando abottoman emuva ke naye ke laphana ke Alfred 22 years Akila unegoli ke elodwa bafuna nje ize kubona iCity Lads balapha emuva bayabamema ukuthi wozandlani izophumani lapho la nihleli khona sifuna ke ukudlula lapho balokhu bedlala lapha emuva nje leya back 4 leya back 4 asibone ke naba manje babafaka ke kwenkulu ke ingcindezi lase ke belikhiphela ke ngaphandle ke ibhola abayo ke laphana ke iCity Lads noma ke iVasco da Gama throw in engxene enkulu yaphoswa manje Nompempe umntakathwala ke osiphathele ke umdlalo uthi ke lebhola aliphoswe manje iVasco da Gama iyathanda ukudlalela emuva iVasco goalkeeper okwaziye ke ukudlala ke ibhola akasabi ke ukudlala ngenyawo zakhe Jessica Williams. Yabona ke le goli elimngenele manje LS4. Uyabona nje laphana ke ibali Vasco seyikhahlele kathathu epalini. Kanti ke iyona ke iCity Leds ifike kanye epalini yafike yashaya igoli. Khona kick iyodwa kwiVasco. Abanayo ke ngapha ke abayo ke iCity Leds. Yabona ke i-passing accuracy indlela nje abaphaselana kahle ke ngakhona 88% kuyona ke iCity Leds 88% kwiVasco kusho ukuthi ke nje ziyalingana ngesizulu ke siye sithi ke ziyathengana ngempela akekho ayikho ke efuna ke ukugoba uphondo. Vasco da Gama iyancenga ifuna ukuya phambili kodwa ke goalkeeper Amanda Nteyi okhona ke uligadile ipali ke eleCity Leds. Oyakhomba ke lapha at 38 minutes. 38 minutes. Nompempe uyakhuza. Captain ke Andisiwe Ndesi. Uyena ke odlale ke kabi ke kulela qembu. Uyabona ke inhlelo ke ekade ke sihlelo ke umqeqeshi ke weVasco oshilo ukuthi ke uzoqhamuka ngasenhlangothini. Nangempela ke amagoli ke akhe abeqhamuka ke ngasenhlangothini kuyena ke Chanteli Norris. iCity Leds ifike kanye epalini yashaya inethi ayikakafiki ke manje asibone ke la emuva ke lapha Jafta udlala kahle ke Jafta emuva badlala lapha iyona ke i-center back Bottoman asibone ke ngempela ayibhola layo ke lapha iCity Leds Vasco laselonakala leya bhola 40 minutes kusele 5 minutes ebhodini 2-1
with 5 minutes to go. Vasco da Gama leading by 2 goals. Minis as well as Norris. City Lads pulling one back, and January just making sure that they don't drift too far away from the scoreline. They've got it all to do in the second half. They've got 5 minutes to focus and maybe pile on the pressure, which is something they have been doing in the last 5 or 10 minutes. In the middle of the park, based on Coach Ashraf's instructions, you've got the 2 holding midfielders playing with a bit of a low block. That's Jamie Whitboy as well as Akila, just making sure that they show a bit of strength, show a bit of bite. Here's the wing play he speaks of, Astria on the right-hand side. She brought in the delicious cross that created the problems and resulted in the goal for Shante Norris. On the other side, it was Mike Minis who also capitalized on the ball coming from the left-hand side. But that was beauty at its best. Special goals for special people. And keeper could do nothing but pick the ball out of her net. Captain, my captain, Jamie Lee Whitboy, 24 years of age, on the ball and very, very comfortable, running into the space. Puff and pass, says Vasco da Gama. On the blind side, if picked up very quickly, Barker would have been able to release Astria, and the defense doing ever so well. Nossi Bottoman just making sure that that pass does not reach Astria. Asking the questions, open up the space. City Lab players are hiding and not finding the room that they're looking for. Yolisa. Intercepted by Solomon. Roxanne Barker gone out to the wide. Here's the wing play. Where's the pace? We need the players on the left-hand side for the cross. Barker, fast touch, water. Save. Keeper. That was beautifully done. Good cross. Connected it very well. And the keeper, Amanda Nte, was wide awake. 8 goal attempts by Vasco da Gama. 4 of those were on target. When you talk of a sweet move, sweet ball being allowed to go to touch. Players really been asked much. Let's have a look at that move yet again. Ball switched to the right-hand side, trying to stretch that defense of City Lads across. Look at the connection of Barker. Oh, her technique was absolutely sweet. And the keeper does well to hack it away. Poor ball. Yolisa. Oh, just out of your picture. The board is up. 2 minutes of referee's additional time. This game really played in a good spirit. There hasn't been that many knocks. Ball in the air. Still fighting. But young Genevieve, you know, if they talk about the Tiger, this is a find of the tournament. Young Genevieve Jafta in the right back position. She's made it her own at the age of 15. Yeah, you heard me right. She's 15. She was player of the match, or the Disky Queen, in the previous semi-final. Young Jafta. And believe you me, she's the first name that goes onto the team sheet. Taryn January. When we talk of depth and we talk of talent, we talk of these rough diamonds like Janine Jafta. For Coach Desiree Ellis, as she bowed down yesterday to a Zambian team that trounced Banyana Banyana by 3 goals to 0. This is an opportunity to bring in young blood. Cross. Oh, that was overcooked. And Nosipiwe, Bottomman, will bring it back. In the box, they need the numbers. Siposetu, Nolita. Oh, losing her footing at a crucial moment. The battle between Barker and Nolita continues. Hacked away by Jafta. Giving chase is Shantae Norris. She needs the numbers. You need to see their transitional play. Here's Barker. Takes a shot! Oh! Keeper caught on the wrong foot. Keeper caught on the wrong foot. Barker was just absolutely hopeful, but spotting the keeper off a line. Thus making it a second goal in this tournament. Roxanne Barker. This seemed to be very, very harmless, but look at that ball. The keeper was anticipating something else, leaving her goals wide open. There's a bit of a deflection as well, but keeper was way out of position. Oh, unlucky. But Roxanne will say, thank you. It's these fine margins we talk of in football when Lady Luck is on your side. All goals scored from the right-hand side, or majority of the goals from the right-hand side. Barker getting onto the score sheet, Minis as well as Norris. And City Lads receiving treatment. Repeat that, Scott. 2 minutes. Let's have a look at this goal. Takes a deflection. Goalkeeper was already gone. And goalkeeper, by the time she realizes that the ball is in the danger area, she couldn't get much. She just got the fingertips to it. And 3-0, definitely a scoreline that is absolutely demanding of City Lad. Nolita is being stretched off. And happier of the two coaches, Ashraf Calvert certainly looking very, very relaxed, and rightfully so. His charges have done the business, and he did say, we didn't play too well in the semi-final. We are a very explosive team. Transitional play, wing play, our goalkeeper is strong, and you can see that today. Here's a player being stretched off. Referee blows a whistle once, twice, 3 times, and brings an end to the first half. And the players out there really struggling with the heat, and one can look forward to a second half. You can see that it's been a big ask. Goal was scored by Shante Morris, the first one, Miche Minis and Roxanne Barker. Just to confirm the goal scorers that manage to get their names on the score sheet. So it's City Lads 1. Let's have a look at the statistics of how they fared. Ball possession, 53%. You're looking at the shots on target for City Lads. It's only 1. They need to improve that ratio. When you look at the dominance in ball possession, certainly one that you can decide in terms of the benefits and the scoreline on the top. When you're looking at the tackles made, that's in the green, the grey and the navy. The grey and the navy graphs. But we will join you and do a lot more after the break. The team in the studio will do justice to this analysis.
I'm Steve Bagshaw, a naturalist, an explorer. Even in the 21st century, there are parts of our world still waiting to be discovered.
I've never seen anything like that before in my entire life. How does the world not know about this?
Join Steve Bagshaw as he ventures into dangerous territories in search for adventurous experiences.
The thought of that coming down on my head, helmet won't make any difference. You will be dead in an instant. Whoa!
This is what adventure is all about.
Expedition with Steve Bagshaw, Sundays at 5. S3, open up.
It's not every day a patient from one week becomes a doctor the next.
Come on, are you sure hiring this guy was the right move, Jed?
Welcome to the team.
What about questionable decision-making?
You just did whatever you wanted, and those decisions have consequences. If you want me to trust you, I need to know who you are first.
Are you talking about the test I ordered for Jasmine?
I'm talking about you being honest with me.
I'm still waiting for your transcripts.
Excuse me?
Your medical school transcripts?
Even for me, it's going to be difficult getting them the papers they asked for.
Leaving a paper trail that proves he is who he says he is. And without those, the hospital assumes a serious risk, one we can't afford.
I have copies, they need originals.
No man makes documents.
Yeah, you mean forgeries.
You said a word, I will ask you.
There must be another way.
Be sure you're truly qualified. What you're saying is that you can't get your transcripts because you're an enemy of the state in Syria.
It's the truth.
Some truths are better left unsaid.
What was that? Was it an explosion?
Transplant, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. on S3.
Welcome back. The Sasol League National Championship final has produced nothing but excitement, and it has been goals galore. 4 scored in 45 minutes, and it is the Western Cape-based side, Vasco da Gama, that are leading City Lads 3 goals to 1. It truly has been brilliant. Still joined by Andisiwe Mgoyi. What a first half we have seen. Is that how you even thought it would pan out in those 45 minutes?
Honestly, my team is a great tournament prepared. Remember, Maskuluma, sithe, mawudlala igame, you have to punish early. And mawukora magoli early, it's easy for a team. Ukuthi like ithola amanye amagoli because already Vasco ithole like igoli lokuqala in 5 minutes. So they were pushing forward because remember namhlanje ba attack nga 3 strikers. So they attack more. Bafuna goals today.
Absolutely. And just talking about that goal in the 5th minute, absolutely well placed there at the Kingswell Tennis Stadium. Vasco da Gama making sure that they are coming through with those early warning signs. And it was Shante Norris who scored that first goal.
Vasco in the next game against City Lads. Minis also scoring 2 goals, winning that one by 3 goals to 1. And a mistake! Oh! That is Shante Mar.
Again, a mistake here, City Lads. Because like on that position, ma ibola, I bounce from Kulanoza ku goalkeeper. Kumele uyi-clear, ilahlele kude, ingabikho eduze ka goalkeeper. Mara, yena ulanoza i-defender ye-City Lads. Yenze i-mistake, bathola in, bapunish. It was a nice goal. Finish.
It was absolutely, and also no chance for the keeper there, none whatsoever. And in terms of Norris, had also scored against City Lads on their way to the semi-final, repeating that feat. But someone else that we knew was going to score was definitely Minis, and once again she delivered with the goal.
I-City Lads ifocus yabo ngoba kuma group stages umuntu beka dominator kakhulu ebingu Minis, so bona ba focus more ku Minis, and manje uMinis udlala on the left side and ugood ngokuthi alivale ibhola ubese ashaye i-last pole. Mara today is surprise ngoba kukore the first goal silithola ku Norris, and ibona ifocus yabo babheke uMinis ukuthi uzoscora, bavala ngapha, bavala uMinis, bavula ku Norris, so and they get punished, and also bahlala too deep ngaku goalkeeper, so that's why bapunisheka ngoba aba-attack i-opponent bahlala espacing sabo, so abatholi chance yokuthi ba defend because they just like sitting back.
Absolutely. Let's actually see that goal that we have been speaking about. It came through just 2 minutes after that initial one. There we have it, Mini scoring that goal.
Look at goal Liga Minis. The same goal our korile like my previous game. Udlala on the left side and uyalivala because ilinyawo lakhe li strong lela ku right, washaya futhi kwi last pole, and mawuthubheka bathe ucoach wabo like they ball watching abamaki like I-player bamaka ispace, so that's why akhona ukuthola ispace sokuthi akhona nokuvala ibhola ubese ashute ngoba une space sonke.
All right, and of course for City Lads, they were not going to stand by and watch, but there we see Minis with that 6th goal for the tournament for her. And I mean, even in the semi-final build-up, we're talking about just her being a possible contender for player of the tournament. And in that 20th minute, we saw City Lads also trying to get back into that encounter with the attempt at goal.
Ucoach wabo ubatshele ngokuthi mana kule game le baya attacker, mara mina angiboni like i-City Lads i-attacker, ba-attacker ngama 1 by 1, and they need to attack as in numbers because into efunekayo kule game le ngama goals. And unolita i-shot le ayitholile nge 22nd, it was a good one, but on the final third akumelanga, you can't just shoot. Like upega goalkeeper ukuthi uhleli kanjani, and then you pick a spot. That's why ibhola vele yaphezulu, and i-City Lads on the third spot abekho ready most of the time, like umzimba wabo awubonakalisi njengabantu abafuna ukora, like ba flat. So if ngiyacabanga ukuthi if coach like on that space anganyusa i-player elizodlala behind unolita, so that ba-add in-number kuma box bangalithola goal.
All right, let's take a look at that action when City Lads was trying to get back into the encounter, even though they were 2 goals down, wanting to make sure that they do get one past the net, and it still wasn't to be.
Uyabona mawubheka la ilanoza Vasco kule mistake le. Remember ukuthi bana ucoach wenza ama changes futhi Abigail Peterson akekho kule starting lineup, so like njengoba besikhuluma nge-experience, we need experience umuntu like ozokhona there's no communication. I mean there are 5 white t-shirts ze Vasco against 2 blue t-shirts, and there's no communication, like they just flat abakhulumi. Remember ukuthi sikhulume nge-experience, so manje akuna muntu like uguidayo back, like they just sitting, so that's why bathola ukupunisha because ilanoza ibhola isuke from ku left assist Annelisa to January, and January was no one was making her bega free. That's why I couldn't.
And for majority of this game, we didn't think that City Lads would come through with the goal, but that was not to be. They made sure they score a very critical one in the 34th minute. Taryn January making sure she puts a smile on all the Lads fans.
You know, the good thing about this tournament, ama team noba ayakorwa kule game le, awa give up. They always coming back. Vasco ikore like 2 goals. Ngesikhathi esincane mara ilanoza City Lads azange give up ikhonile ukumanage before ilanoza first half ukuthi ithole goal, and there's a possibility ukuthi na second half bangabuya bathole elinye goal. They don't give up.
It's very rare, Nakona, to see Jess Williams being beaten, but this time around she was. But also, into Nkazile, we have always known Roxanne Barker to be the Banyana goalkeeper, and this time around, she wanted to make sure that she also gets one at the back of the net. It was in the 42nd minute, but to Amanda Nte, also with such a critical save.
I think coach we Vasco uye wahlakanipha kakhulu. Williams, she's a good goalkeeper, and then manje banida umuntu wase midfielder also khona ukusupplya ama strikers from right wing to left wing. So uRoxana like une height uyakhona ukholda amabhola pass ama attack, and when they attack naye uya add a number uba strikers. Remember by striker ngama strikers awu 4, but maba attacker uRoxana add a number in case ukuthi kune bounce back from the goalkeeper uyakhona ukucedelela. So the good thing about Vasco bayenzayo ukuthi they're adding numbers going forward, and baya understandana. Uroxana makaphethe ibhola already ngoba une experience already, semakathola ibhola sekayazi ukuthi uzophasa kubani because of experience yakhe. And remember, mas attacker we load more kwi midfielder because we're playing to score, not to defend.
Absolutely, and of course Roxanne made sure this time around akalenzi iphutha, scoring in a critical phase of the match. I mean, as a coach, this is something that you always warn your players about. We sell it just a few minutes before the halftime break and you concede.
Number one, sikhuluma ngoRoxana beka goalkeeper, but namhlanje udlala egroundini. Owazile ukuthi number one akana pace. Number 2, akakhona ukudribula. Mara the only thing ayenzile, because it was 2v1. Roxana nama defender I2. But the only thing ayenzile ukuthi ngoba uyakhona ukukhahlela, uyakhona ukushuta, wathi ithi ngishude like athatha chance. Ushutile yaba deflection yaba goal.
3-1 to Vasco da Gama. When we return from the ad break, we take you through to the Kingswell Tini Stadium for the second stanza.
Nourish your skin with Ingram's for Men, enriched with triple glycerine for 48-hour moisture and no stickiness. New look Ingram's, your skin, your brave.
Introducing new Ingram's hemp oil range to nourish dry skin.
Okay, everybody.
Take off your blindfold.
Okay.
Hit it, baby.
This is a song for the soul.
This month of love, open up to our new shows.
The beast is here.
So is the beauty.
Oh, all right, Frank, before you do another thing, I wanted to give you a Valentine.
Unbelievable. Right in front of me?
I never loved you more.
Gross. I think it's great that you guys still have passion in your marriage.
Yeah, now you're talking empty nest style.
Hold it!
We were never here.
This was dedicated to you.
Perfect.
Celebrate Valentine's month with us on S3. Open up.
Asikwamkele ke embukeli ke esombeni ke esesibili ke la eKingsway lithini ke stadium ke i-finally umdlalo ke uwamanqamo ke phakathi kweVasco da Gama ke yaseKapa lodumo badlala ke nayo ke iCity Lads yase Eastern Cape siye khefini besithi 3-1 ikhamba phambili iVasco da Gama uNorris uMinisi noBhakha ke ibona ke abashayeke amagoli ke ayo ke iVasco da Gama kanti ke elokubika ke ngapha ke kube ke uTarene eJanuary uyabona ke mawubheka ke laphana ke ezantsi kumabona kude ke wakho uyabona nje abadlali ke abakhona abangashi akuthi ke abashintshanga omabili ke amaqembu uhlezi phansi ukapteni weCity Lads ngikhuluma ke ngoAndisiwe Entesi umdlali ke ngempela ke onesipiliyoni odlale ke nakuyona ke ibanyana ke banyana yena ke uAndisiwe Entesi kanti ke umdlali futhi ke ngempela osedlale ke isikhathi eside kuyona ke iBirmingham City eEastern Cape ngaphandle ngaphambi kokuthi ke ezela nayiyelo card yokuqala yomdlalo iphumela ke obox ke ogudla ke ngale ke ngaso sihlangothini ke lesikudla uyena ke oqhamuke nale ya cross yegoli ke lokuqala elishawe uyena uMinisi omqeqeshi ngapha uTerry Mhwehwe umile ubhekile kuleli ya bench ke elayo ke laphana ke iCity Lads Akila Alfred ukhona lapha ubuyile Chantey Morris Roxanne Barker ubone negoli alishayile ukuthi shawa umdlalo nesipiliyoni obonile nje ukuthi ke ugoalkeeper lizomnikeza ke inkinga lebhola yena uBarker nanginamanje ke livala ngesifuba libeka phansi kamnandi uBarker City Lads obuyile ukapteni Ndesi amsila bazama ke ungena ngenhlangothi nabo kodwa ke ebhola ke alangafika ke labade belithumela ke khona Jessica Williams oneminyaka ke engu22 ke lo goalkeeper usengenelwe ke amagoli amane njengoba ke elibamba ke leli bhola vela libambe nje ngokukhulu ukuzethemba yena ke uJessica Williams ibhola ke layo ke laphana ke iCity Lads yabona ke njengamanje nangu futhi ke uMiche nangu uMiche bemlahla phansi uthini unompempe lapha ebhola ke liphuma ke eceleni kwepali uyabona wamkhohlwa uMiche awuzokunikeza ke inkinga cishe wathola egoli ke lakhe ke elesibili lomdlalo kodwa ke usebenzile laphana ke uNandipha obuya ngazi ngani namhlanje ke uBoy udlala njengene ne-defender namhlanje kanti ke ngesikhathi bedlala nelindelani wayedlala laphana ke phambili ngasohlangothini lesinxele baze bafika kuyona ifinali imisebenzi yakhe ngoba washaya ke amagoli amathathu ekulokugcina nje ngesikhathi isikole ku2-2 kwabe kwi-free kick phambi kwamapali lapha phezulu kwe-D-line yena ke uBoy wayithatha ayanamathela ke kulona ke ipali namhlanje umqeqeshi ke ukhethe ukuthi athi ukushintsha nje izinto zakhe ambuyisa amdlalise ke laphana ke emuva angazi ke isizathu ke sakhe umqeqeshi mhlawumbe ke ikona okudala ukuthi bangakwazi ukudlala lebhola esilibone bedlala nelindelani iyona ke iCity Lads okapteni ke lombonayo ke laphana esithombeni Andisiwe Ntesi othintekile ke yena ke uAndisiwe Ntesi 37 years okhulile ke ngempela ke yena ke uAndisiwe ushaye ke igoli ke elodwa yona ke lemidlalo ke isikhathi bedlala nayo ke iRoyal Wizards oshintsho olokuqala benza ke inguquko ezimbili waphuma uphumeza Vimbi sinazo Njoda oshintsho olwesibili ke olwenziwa ke yena ke umqeqeshi uTerry bamkhipha manje uOnelisa onamagoli ke amane ke kule tournament namhlanje ke izinto ke azivumi ke kuyena kahle ke uOnelisa Vasco ngakwesokudla Irene Wakim badlali 1-2 Wakim kodwa ke leli yabhola la Wakim bebedlala belithunga ngempela belithunga yabona ke ama passes eVasco da Gama nangesombe sokuqala le team iyakholela ukuthi ibhola kumele silibeke phansi sidlale. Uyabona nje i-movement mangabe beyaphambili nebhola baya ngenhloso ukuthi bayazi ukuthi bazofike ke benzeni. Kothiwa ke abaliphose. Noluthando Bottoman 30 years. City Lads eboxing. Akukho umuntu kodwa ke eboxing nangu goalkeeper. Edlala nje ukhombisa kona ukuthi le bhola nje liyona nencane nje inkinga kuyena ke uJessica Williams. Yabona ke izinto ke mazimi kanje Cape Town izoba ke enompetha le ndebe yakwaSasoli izohamba iyakhona ke eKapa ke elodumo onompempe lindiwe thwala uyawumisa umdlalo ke khona ke umdlali ke ohlezi phansi eqenjini ke elayo ke laphana ke I Vasco o Gama. Kokhona ke umdlali ke ohlezi phansi ekuyona ke laphana ke I Vasco ke Gama ke baphuma ke naye ke qaqo ngolaphana ke ngaphandle khona ke laphana ke la elimele khona sibone manje njengoba ke unompempe ethi ke umdlalo ke awuqhubeke. Roxanne Barker uyalawula isenta awushaya isisu ke ngempela ke Roxanne Barker. City Lads izama ukuya phambili zama ukushaya bekude kodwa ke leliya bhola ke liyavinjwa nje. Awuboxi ngakwesokudla uyakhombisa ukuthi ke iqembu lakhe ke belimdinga ngesikhathi bedlala ke isemifinal ukhona namhlanje uyakhombisa ukuthi ke uzosebenza. City Lads awalithatha uBarker wabasusa nje umdlali ke phambi kwakhe ke uBarker ayababala uBarker waseliyeka ke ibhola ke elikhiphela ke ngaphandle. Astra ungene endaweni ke Karen Jansen naye udlale kahle kakhulu ekuyona ke isemifinal kodwa ke namhlanje umqeqeshi ke uCalvert ke wathi ke angimbeke laphana ke ebenchini ukhona ebenchini yena ke uJansen asazi ke ukuthi ke mengena ikuphi ke azofika akwenze. Vasco Vitboy uyabaphazamisa ke lapha nosiphiwe bottom. Barker unamandla uBarker bayamvimba kodwa ke manje ke yena ke Roxanne Barker yabona ke masibheka ke manje ke ohamba phambili ngamagoli Minis 6 goals emva kwakhe khona uZethembiso Vilakazi umdlali ke welindelani unamagoli 5 Onelisa oqeda ke kuphuma ke khona manje mane 4 Kolisi laphana ke unwabisa naye una 4 bese kuba uBoyi bobathathu ke labadlali engibabalayo abadlali ke bayo ke iCity Lads Onelisa unwabisa Kolisi bese kuba ke uNandipha Aboyi kodwa ke iGolden Boot ilapha ya ku number 20 ngendlela ke ezinto ke laphana ke kulomntwana ke oneminyaka u20 Mike Minis amagoli ke ayisithupha izinto ke emazihamba ke kanje iyashintsha Vasco iyashintsha iVasco ngibona ngathi ke bayamkhipha bafuna ngathi ke bafuna ukufaka manje ke Peterson abakhipha Roxanne Barker Roxanne Barker na ke uPeterson ke uyangena Peterson City Lads ngakwesokunxele akudlaleki namhlanje kwiCity Lads Boy unikeza intesi phezu kwed-line uyakubheka uNandipha uBoyi balifaka ngaphakathi ke boxini ophumile futhi ke noAlfred lapha uAkhila Alfred ophumile ke Akhila Alfred oneminyaka engu22 unegoli ke elilodwa alishaye ke lapha ngomdlalo ke wokuqala ngesikhathi beshaya ke iyona ke la iRoyal Wizards. Yabona iRoyal Wizards ihambe iphethe inqwaba yamagoli. Vasco da Gama ishaye ngo-8-1. iCity Lads yona yafike yafaka 12 kuyona ke iRoyal Wizards. Kodwa ke zithema sezihlangana lezi ke zombili ayaba ngaphezulu ke iVasco ngo-3-1. Lo esubona manje ke u-3-1. Yabona ke umuntu mangabe kushaya ekuphindelela ekukhombisa nje ukuthi angikusabi futhi ke ngiyaxoxa ilento eyenziwa iVasco da Gama iyenza ke kwiCity Lads njengoba ke iscore usithi ke 3 Vasco da Gama 1 iCity Lads.
32 goals and counting for Vasco da Gama. In the round-robin stages, 3-1 as it stands at the Kingsway Latini Stadium. They had scored 28 goals in the round-robin stages, and in the semi-final, playing to a 1-1 draw and having to be separated by the penalties, and here they are leading comfortably by 3-1. 2 changes made by coach Ashraf Calvert, and out goes Solomon, Roshan Solomon, and her place is taken in by Zoe van der Ros, and Roxanne Barker, who seems to have worked tirelessly in that midfield together with Astria and Minis. Her place was taken by Patul Peterson. Fresh pair of legs at the right time as Astra also running rings around that final third. Given too much of space to exploit. Players like Nandipa finding it very, very difficult to close down the wings together with Yolisa and Pumesa Vimbi. Seem to be playing a very unfamiliar formation that has run them into trouble. There's a chance for Boy to whip that ball. Keeper keeps an eye on it, and that just goes over the crossbar. Nandipa Boy has got to dig very deep, bringing an experienced former Banyana player is Nandipa Boy, also having played a football for Cape Town Roses, UWC, and here she is. I'm sure one of those players that looks at her footballing career and say, I have served City Lads with distinction. Talking about distinction and the foundation of City Lad, players like Zukiswa. You'll remember her. Oh, that was the heartbeat of City Lads. Nogubele Hlope. We're talking, I'm taking you back to the 1998, 1999. We're talking of City Lads. Lumka, Mchana. Wherever you are, rise up. Maybe they need you right now. Mchekani, some of the players from City Lads. Mchana was the captain who retired, and after retiring decided she'll go into refereeing. You're talking of Zukiswa, who left football and went to play cricket. And at least she continued to play sport. A team with vision, a team that persevered. Here they are. Perhaps this moment a little too much to carry for City Lads. Just asking for the support, I'm sure, would be Coach Nomalungelo Moy. They've got a free kick, and that's a poor one taken by Boy. The municipality of the Nelson Mandela Bay of the Eastern Cape, they're going to have to dig deep and support women's football. Thunderbirds in the municipality as Akila Alfreds gets a yellow card, and just to confirm that she is a recipient of a yellow card, Akila Alfreds, second player from Vasco da Gama. The other player was Astria Box, getting a yellow card. This match fast reaching the 1 hour mark. A second half for City Lads to try and pile on the pressure. Can they come back? Well, that will be a big comeback. Ball taken. Easy for Jessica Williams. Great control by goalkeeper Jessica Williams, and she says, I have a technique. Confident to go into the penalties, and She did exceptionally well to bring Vasco da Gama to this point. We spoke about the goalkeepers being crucial in the semi-finals. Talking about crucial, here's one of the players that picks her hand up to be the young Disky Queen of the tournament, as well as the Disky Queen of the tournament. Genevieve Jafta, for me, certainly one of those players that can be the young Disky Queen of the tournament. But Misha Minis could be the player of the tournament. If anyone's listening, that's my players. That's my opinion. They've really put in a fantastic performance, and the future of football continues to rise. When talking about rising, I'm saying City lads, rise up. You know, when they come into this tournament, they were the winners of the inland stream is City lads, and after playing 12 matches with 10 wins, just 2 losses. And when we talk of goals that they scored, oh, that's a little bit unfortunate. Putting the fingers in the eyes of the player. They had scored 73 goals. There's a player struggling to stand. It looks like Astria, who struggled in the earlier stages of the tournament. She didn't play in the semi-final, and here she is finding the goings very tough. City lads trying to play one-touch football. Available Taryn January, who got the goal. Oh, she loses out. Zoe van der Ross, Patul, who's come in, fresh pair of legs. Here's Minis trying to get behind that defense. Tied it up by City lads. Ayanda, Njongweni, Nosipiwe, Bottoman, Makalima, Vimbi in that defense have been very, very stretched. Ball over the top. Captain Jamie Lee Whitboy, who drops into the centre-back role after the departure of Roxanne Barker. The coach smartly moving players around to create confusion for the opposition. Throw in City lads. Zoe van der Ross. She came in for Roshan Solomon. Throw in City lads. The heat has really played a role in this fixture. You can see the players are really grinding the result. Shantae Norris seems to have gone off the boil a little. As Shantae Norris, after scoring the opening goal, Norris on the ball. Oh, spotting the keeper and trying to shoot from distance. But you definitely need to be at your best to get that right. City lads. Ndosha, one of 2 changes for Coach Terry. Ndosha and Kolisi came on for Neliswa and Sipo Setu. In the Western Cape, due to the distance within the teams, they actually split the Sasol League into 2 streams, Stream A and Stream B. And Vasco da Gama was in Stream B as we have a look at that strike, nicely intercepted. But boy, that ball is in the air and being held back. Certainly the wind playing a role here at the Kingsway-Latini. The race is on. Here's Miche. She'll snap it at it, but loses a footing at her. Crucial say she's quite a nippy and intelligent player. She picked her head up to see where the goalkeeper was. Just as she was ready to let drip, the defense was on her like a flash. Have a look at this. Picks her head up, she looks slightly, and well, Yoliswa says, send cartel. In attendance, the president, Mr. Danny Jordan. It makes it very difficult to really spot our dignitaries with the face mask. Well, that's the new look. You never know also when one is smiling and one is not. So please bear with me as we have a look at the corner kick that is being taken now for Vasco. Corner. Can they defend this well? They need the numbers. Keeper stays put on her line. Nolita tidies up. Only as far as Irene. Easy for keeper Amanda Nte, former Thunderbirds goalkeeper. 36 years of age is Amanda. Certainly this game having just dropped the pace, and we can forgive the players. This is has been a grueling week for the young ladies out there, having played 9 games round robin, then the 2 semi-finals, and now the final with 11 games, 25 yellow cards, 1 red card, and a free kick. There were 2 penalties in this tournament. Another yellow card, the 26th yellow card in this tournament, and that goes to Tall. She is lanky Ayanda Njongweni. Ayanda Njongweni getting into the referee's book, becoming the 3rd player on the day. They also call her ace, and have a look. She actually missed the ball and didn't get her timing right, is Ayanda. So free kick it is. Goalkeeper has to be very careful and make sure Shante Morris can rip them from distance, and she's given the responsibility. She needs to navigate the ball over the wall. Does that ball dip quick enough? Doesn't worry goalkeeper Nte. So 3-1 still the scoreline, and Vasco da Gama in the lead.
Amathunzi ayashona ngempela ke Kingswellithini Stadium. Lokho kuchaza ukuthi ke nesikhathi somdlalo esesiya ngakhona ke ekupheleni iscore ke 3-1 Vasco ekhombisa ke ukuba ke namandla ke ngempela. Uyabona nje namafauli ke adalekayo ke ukuthi ke iyona ecindezela ke kakhulu. Ngikhuluma nje njengoba ke ubona ke nayi ke enye ke ifauli laphana ke ibhola ke elibekwa phansi 3-1 score. Obhaka uphume ke ngaphandle eselishayile igoli ke elesithathu esiye ngalo nje ekhefini lelo goli ke lakhe ke uBhaka basebethi beqeqesha iBhaka usukwenze konke namhlanje nakuyona nje yonke ke le tournament awunikeze manje la uZoe de Rossi naye ke akazibonakalisa ukuthi uphetheni Ndesi captain esingini se center Tarren January yaphambili ke manje ke iVasco nanke uBoyi. Yabona manje ke iCity lezi ishintshile, uBoyi obedlala njengane defender manje uhledlala ke njenganomgadli. Ngifuna ukubona ke ukuthi ke lo shintsho ke njengwabelenza ke ngalesikhathi luzobandethela yini ke igomagoli ngoba bayawadinga amabili. Ongenjalo ke hayi bayoyibona ke indiza ngempela ke indebe ibheke eKapa ke elodumo bathola ikhona kick. Makhalima asibone le corner kick iyabahlula kodwa ke iyabathathela nanke uZoe van der Roos ulindi support alahle ibhola la ku Vasco ukhona ke uMike Minis Ndesi uwelveza uNdesi ofuna ke uBoyi kodwa ke ibhola ke nakhona ke liyavinjwa Vasco Astra a box dlala kahle kakhulu uBox dlala kahle kakhulu uBox ngakwesokudla ama cross akhe ayingozi. Ndesi bamlahla phansi ukapteni futhi susa ngokusheshsha sikho isikhathi ke manje esoganga uyazi ukapteni asibone nje awu vele walibambezela ibhola kodwa ke nangeliveza manje yaliblocker ayikakasuki ke ingozi yalithatha ke ugoalkeeper kodwa ke bengicabanga ukuthi ke uzoliveza nje ngokusheshsha leli bhola yena ke unolitha kodwa ke wathatha isikhathi sakhe baze ke bafika ke iyavala ke iVasco da Gama. Amafauli maningi iyalifaka unyawo iCity Lets. City Lets eluqinile unyawo ngempela. Genevieve Jafta 15 years Genevieve Jafta uyena ke abamdlali kabi uyasukuma uJafta Ile sikujafta. Susa abantu endleleni uqonda phambili. Uyayiphasa. Uqhubeka nerun yakhe. Awubheke nje. Irun yakhe ujafta. Jafta. Ibuka isithende madoda isedlala ibhola lengane zase Cape Town. Umbheke uyena okade yoqedela lo msebenzi uqalwa uyena le emuva kwi right back. Kodwa uyena futhi ohambe wayoqedela futhi emapalini. Allo uyangena bamkhipha manje ke Irene Wakim. Oshintsho lwayo ke iVasco. Ojafta uqala imove esuka le emuva kwiposition yakhe right back waze wayeqedela uyena othatha ishot lokugcina eseseboxini elayo ke laphana ke iCity Leds ikhombisa ukuba nomoya istamina esakhe nokuba nesibindi iskill abeya ngaso phambili ubengayi nje ebedliwa ngezithende leli bhola eyihlabe icela uJafta namanje nangu ke ngempela ke uJafta uyena lo liphosayo ke leli bhola libuyela kuyena uJafta. Uyaligoba uJafta. 71 minutes. Amanda Nteyi mathatha amabhola sewalanda emva kwakhe. Yena ke uNteyi. eCity Leds emuva iyolisa amakhalima. Uyabona ke mawubheka ke i-ball possession 52 Vasco 48 ekuyona ke iCity Leds ama passes 300 awe Vasco 272 kuyona ke iCity Leds ayabona ke leyo ngiyayivuma ngoba mahla ama passes eVasco da Gama yabona lisuka kumuntu lihlale kumuntu obheke nje namanje elapha ke Teros eboxini bazama ukushaya bekude oyalithatha goalkeeper. Oyalithatha a goalkeeper. Shots on target 6 kuVasco da Gama 3 ngapha kuyona ke iCity Leds. Nandipha boy ngakwesokudla 33 years of age yena ke uNandipha obuyile manje ulapha phambili uzama ukuyothola ke igoli yabona ifree kick ayishaye lapha kwi-semi final bedlala nelindelani ilindelani iphuka inhliziyo ngale ya free kick ngoba bese bezitshela ukuthi hayi lo mdlalo siya kuma penalty ngoba ilindelani behamba beyilandela emuva ngo2-0 yabuya yakhava u2-0 kwaba u2-2 kuthe nje ngomzuzu ka90 awavele wafika uBoy walibeka phakathi ke igoli zaphuka ke inhliziyo zeqembu ke la KwaZulu Natal ke ilindelane nayi ke City Leds samukungena ke eboxini kodwa hayile ekhona kick ezothathwa iyona ke iCity Leds ukapteni ithemba akakalahli oandisiwe Ndesi akakalahli ke ithemba oandisiwe Ndesi ne diploma ke ye public management yena ke uandisiwe Ndesi na ayikhona kick lapha yabhakuzi nethi evele yabukela idefense evele ke yabukela idefense nosiphiwe Bottoman yabona ke ukufika kwakhe lapha phambili uBoy kothela ke izithelo iyabukela idefense obuke nje lebhola balifake eboxini ladlula kubona bonke abadlali ke bayo ke eVasco da Gama lathola ke uBottoman eseliqedela ke ngaleyo ndlela 3-2 athethe goalkeeper uthi niyabukela uyayithethisa idefense yakhe yena ke Jessica Williams 3-2 Esco njengamanje sikumzuzu ke ka74 Vasco 3 City Leds 2 hayi lo mdlalo ke awukakapheli kusangenzeka ke noma yini ke kulomdlalo yabona manje ke iCity Leds buka nje uBottoman Bottom man i-defender leli libuya laphana ke emuva njengoba ke simbona ke nje gibele ibhola yabona iCity Lads iyabona manje ukuthi ke masingase sihlasele nje sidlale siye phambili so wathola amagoli onside ukapteni awukodwa ke wavele nje wathatha ke isikhathi eside undesi bengithi uzothena nje athi ibona ngibulale laphana ke epalini kodwa ke wathatha ke isikhathi sakhe yena ke ukapteni andisiwe Ntesi 3-2 eKingswell team.
The positional switches have really helped City Lads to draw one back. As you can see, the goal scorers for each of the side, Bottomman and January, trying to make something of this match. City Lads, let me remind you, were also almost dead and buried against Lindelani. They came back and stole it at the death. Could this be one of those? They seem to have that second wind that gives them that hung and strong finish. City Lads on the ball, but needing more support. Vasco da Gama playing a very dangerous game. Minis closed down a lot better here in the second half by City Lads. Changes for Vasco da Gama, really creating more problems than solutions. Roxanne Barker in the midfield, the central midfield role, where she really disrupted play and made sure that she intercepted the balls, has just opened up the midfield. Also, the captain Nandi Papoy moving further up front for City Lads has really given them that attacking prowess that they need. She adds the numbers, she gets into the right places. The players seem to really be reading the game a lot better. City Lads are not done yet. This is when they're asking players like Bashi Eagles, United Brothers, Volcano Ladies. They say, stand up, we're not done. Golden Stars. Those are the teams from the Eastern Cape. As another chance here for the goalkeeper, lack of communication. And for the first time, we're seeing a few frailties between the defense, Jessica. But here is the danger lady, Minis. And Tall just puts a full stop to that attack. Minis now in a familiar role up front as a number 9. Was initially playing on the wing. A little bit of discomfort. City Lads having brought the big guns to watch this match. We're talking about the MEC, Veseka Nkomane. We're also talking about the president of the province, Mzo Otoi. He's in the presence to watch the ladies from the Eastern Cape. Oh, doing a little too much, I would add. Sipo Potterman. She scored in the 74th minute to give City Lads hope. Allow referees Lindy Wetwala, who's in charge of this match. 16 fouls in the 8 apiece. Started her refereeing career in 2011, the 36-year-old referee. She's really kept a good hand to this match. But was the ball trying to find Minis. All the players really are completely out of position, and they've got to be careful of the transitional play from Vasco da Gama. Being caught out of position. They've got the pace, but yes, there's definitely some tired legs. But they're looking for that equalizing goal. Shot from distance, and that's not too far away. That's not too far away. You know, some of the coaches would tell you, we are losing by 2 goals to 3. let's go out and attack. What are you still defending? But the chances are, if you've got the numbers going forward, they could get the equalizer and maybe force the penalties. So City lads are really looking to get the equalizer, which is objective number one. If they concede, unlucky. Van der Ross. Could the coach have made premature changes? Ashraf Kalb, will he rue these moments? 80 minutes on the clock. Here is Minis. Here is Minis. Needs a white shirt. Very, very predictable is Mika Minis. Better control in the midfield. Andisiwe Ndesi having a better second half. Yoliswa Makalima. That ball, just not getting it on target. In disarray. Taran January, who's also gotten onto the score sheet. She keeps asking the questions. Is it a little too late? Vasco da Gama have been the sharpshooters in this tournament. Changes made. Trying to play the one touch. Looking for the return pass. City lads should really draw from the experience. They have players 36 years of age. Amanda Nde, 33 years. Nandi Paboy. They're up against 15-year-olds and 20-year-olds, 21-year-old. Mikamin is 20. Genevieve Jafta, 15. Astra Brooks, 21. Peterson, 19. So certainly the future is bright in terms of Vasco da Gama and coach Ashraf Calvert. Seem to be putting their hands up also for the individual accolades. Goalkeeper of the tournament, Jessica, before coming into this match, they had not conceded a single goal until the semi-finals. As the ball on the edge of the box, taking a strike comfortably into the hands of the keeper. And Jessica Williams. Keeper. Here is Vasco da Gama. Here's Vasco da Gama on the edge of the box. Oh, but fortunately enough, that ball kept in play. Mokhadi. We're looking at the stats. 16 goals, goal attempts to 14, shots on target, corner kicks and foul committed. But ball possession definitely pretty close indeed. And again, the number of total passes there. There's not that much to separate the two sides. It's really been a tight match. And when you look at players flat on their back like that, it basically speaks to the tired legs out there. And young Genevieve Jafta, one's got to really compliment her. Her body's really saying something else, and the heart is really wanting to continue to fight for what is on offer. Hacked away by Genevieve, and then the cramping starts. Oh, she goes. Look at that beautiful camera work on young Genevieve. She does it in slow motion, and so is the pain as well. Another sub having to be made, and in comes number 6, which is Shannon Mills. She comes on for young Genevieve Jafta. Oshante Norris is the player, so Shannon Mills has come in, and the referee just missing that penalty being given. We spoke about the return of City lads. That ball, player goes down. Referee doesn't hesitate to the spot. This is pretty tight. We spoke about the fact that City lads are a team that cannot be dead and buried until that final whistle. It is Nandipa Boy against Jessica Williams. Boy makes no mistake. 3-3 is the scoreline. Nandipa Boy. A penalty for Nandipa Boy. Thuli ngutshelile ngathi City lads ayikaqedi. Coming back from 2 goals, player going down. Jessica was well beaten by the experienced Nandipa Boy. 3-3, 5 minutes to go.
Uyabona ngempela ke makuthiwa ke kukhulunywa ke ngefinal ikhulunywa ke ngento ke enje umuntu ke adlale ke ibhola ke alawule unompempe umdlalo nje mangakapheli ibhola ke liyadlalwa ke sibone ke amagoli ubanje ubecabanga ukuthi iCity Lads ingabuya ke laphana ke ku 3-1 ishaya amagoli sibone ke eseku 3-3 kodwa ke inguquko zikamqeqeshi lezi ezithiwa ke tactical uthathe lapha uBoy wamsusa emuva wambeka laphana ke phambili njengoba ubona nje beqinisekisa ke ukuthi ke uBoy ushaye ke ipenalty ngomzuzu ka86 uBoy manje badlala bawu3 laphana ke phambili khona uNandipa Boy khona uAndisiwe uNdesi ukapteni owenza izinto zenzeke sinazo Mtshota ongene ngesombe ke esesibili yellow card eyaphuma ke iphumela ke iyona ke laphana ke iVasco Gama ngena nje Dione Lowu kulesombe oseyambhala ke encwadini ke ezinkulu ulindiwe ethwala badlalise kabi ukapteni yabona ke uNdesi ayosidlale kahle kakhulu isombe esesibili uyabona nje iqembu lakhe libuya ke ku 3-1 njengoba seku 3-3 amandla akhe kodwa uyabona ke mangabe ke kuthiwa ke izinto ke zishiyene ukwenza ebhenchini iVasco Gama inhlelo zayo zokuqala umdlalo bezizinhle kakhulu futhi imphumela basheshe bayithola izinto nje zeVasco Gama zonakale ngesikhathi bekhipha Roxanne Barker umuntu kokade ke edlala laphana ke eswini kuphume yena ngalelinye ibhola eliyingozi kodwa yalithatha ugoalkeeper uyabona ukuphuma kwaBarker kuvele nje kwayimema nje iCity Lads ukuthi ayize ke izodlala nanguke laphana ke Mikhe uphumile ugoalkeeper Mikhe eboxini Mikhe Mini Mikhe Minis Egol lakhe lesibili kule match goal number 7 kule tournament 20 years composure yabona composure uyabona ukuthi akanayo support 2 against 2 waqeda ngo goalkeeper athi ayabuya ama defender aphambana nalo yabona lo mdlali Gloria makukhulunywa ngomdlalo nekusasa eliqhakazile ikusasa liqhakazile ikusasa lika Mikhe Minis i-first touch yakhe ibeke ekhanda waqalaza wabheka walibona ipadla lingakhona waqedela umsebenzi uthi le ngiyenzela wena mawami ubhalile lapha ya evestini lakhe uyaprofeta angazi ubazi kanjani ukuthi namhlanje uzokwenza ezibukwayo yabona nje wenza nje ezibukwayo Mikhe Minis goal kick is Jessica Williams angiboni ukuthi usazovuma ukudedela ke igoli la uMikhe noma lapha uJessica Williams nango ke ziphutha yazi ke umuntu ekuphoxe nangu ke manje ke iVasco Nandipa Boy ithuba lapha awavimba ugoalkeeper uyena vele umoshile uyabona kuba lingeni nango futhi lo ngoli lengane nje ehluphayo sobona i-on goal la sizobona ke i-on goal ngoba basebevele bamkhohlwa uyabona i-City Lads inento eyashaya ke amagoli amathathu uyabona ukuthi asambe nisofunela elesi4 yakhohlwa ukuthi khona uMike Minis ohleli nje lapha ofuna ke emagoli manje ibhola ke malifika kuyena uMike ayikwenza ke umsebenzi yabona amakhuluya ngomuntu okuthuka ugoalkeeper ukugezile uNandipha namhlanje umgezile ke lo goalkeeper 1-on-1 hayi ugoalkeeper ke wazidela amathambo Amanda noma lapha Jessica Williams wazidela amathambo ebhola ke elvimba 90 minutes yavele yahlangana kothiwa ke kuzokwengezwa ke 4 minutes goalkeeper uyaxhuga manje ayanda Amanda Nteyi oyaxhuga Amanda Nteyi yabona ukuphoxeka manje ekubhalwe ebusweni lapha kumqeqeshi uTerry Mkhwehwe oyakhomba kodwa ke ithemba akakalahli Vasco ngakwesokudla corner kick Vasco ngakwesokudla corner kick asibone le corner kick oyoyithatha ke laphana ke yena ke Van der Roos 4-3 iscore corner kick ye Vasco da Gama iyawa ke eboxini kodwa ke ayike liyabalahlekela ke leliyathuba good kick ibekwa phansi yabona ke sikubone konke ngempela kodwa ke amagoli ashayiwe kule tournament selokhu ke iqalile mahle kakhulu amagoli ke ngempela ke eswabonile nangumkulu laphana ke ukapteni uNdesi akakaliphosi kithawula nake manje ke egijima ke noLitha Msila ocela indlela uMsila wayibuyisela kuyena captain iyasondela manje ke laphana ke City Lads eboxini eJanuary bamvala uJanuary asibone futhi ke ngakwesokudla iyabuyisi laphana ke iCity Lads cross ngekhanda phezukwebhali Tareni eJanuary oshaye ke igoli ke lokuqala ke layo ke iCity Lads uTareni eJanuary umdlalo uzophela noma yinini uyabona ke ugoalkeeper onesipiliyoni Jessica Williams ukuthi ke uyathatha nje isikhathi sakhe ngoba ulibonile ke uqwembe ukuthi liphakeme laphana kwi-4th official iyabuya iCity Lads noLitha Msila boy ngakwesokunxele cross eboxini enhle cross le ayitholi umuntu ke kodwa ke wayo ke iCity Lads ihlangana nokapteni Ndesi oyaphuma kodwa ke ugoalkeeper Jessica Williams oyaphuma Jessica Williams amanenjana nje manje asele ukuthi ke umdlalo ke uphele obuyile ke manje ke naye ke lapha Mike na lelinye ithuba kodwa uyaphuma ugoalkeeper oyaphuma ke ugoalkeeper kuthiwa ke kodwa ke bese offside ke uMike Minis nange ibhola ke basusa futhi omshayi wegoli Bottoman iyancenga nje manje ke lapha yasimshaya ke ifirst touch uboy Bottoman futhi Ndesi phasi inhle kaNdesi ithola uMsila noLitha ucela indlela ayikho indlela iyavalwa khiphela ngaphandle ke laphana ke Pethuli Peterson Pethuli Peterson amehlo ami manje ke ahleli laphana ke kunompempe olindiwe othwala uyawabheka amawashakhe ulindiwe ethwala Ompetha ngempela ke namhlanje ke esizobabona la eKing Zwelithini Stadium. Nompempe uyawabheka amawashakhe. Eyabuya iCity Lads imzuzu yokugcina walibheka iwash lakhe unompempe wayishakanye wayiphinda futhi kabili ke indweba yakhe wayikhombe center wathi ke uphelile ke umdlalo la eKing Zwelithini ke Stadium. Ompetha besasoli 2021 iyona ke iVasco da Gama eqembu edlala kahle kakhulu ngempela selokhu iqalile itournament bashaya amagoli badlala ke njengane team bayabambisene kusukela emuva ku goalkeeper kuya phakathi kubadlali badlala ke ngokukhulu nje ukuzimisela Mike Minis 20 years nje kuphela oshaye amagoli ke ayisikhombisa 4-3 iscore 4-3 iscore City Lads eyaguqa eKing Zwelithini Stadium. Obheke nje inamba ukuthi ke zimi kanjani. Shots on target 7 iVasco 8 kuyona ke iCity Lads kanti ke amafoul 8 kwiCity Lads 9 ke ngapha ke kuyona ke iVasco da Gama kanti ke mawubheka nje ball possession 52 kuyona ke laphana ke kuyona ke iCity Lads kanti ke 48 kuyona ke laphana ke iVasco da Gama. Njengoba ke izinto ke zizahleleka kanje la eKing Zwelithini Stadium ake siye ke ezitolo bese ke siye studio sizobuya ke siqhubeka.
Now that's a chicken Big Mac.
A chicken Big what? A Big Mac has beef. Isn't chicken?
Of course it's a Big Mac with chicken.
There's no such thing.
Look up there. What does it read?
That has to be a typo.
Look, is Amapiano still Mapiano if there's no pianos?
We're talking about a Big Mac.
It's a chicken Big Mac.
A Big Mac.
A chicken Big Mac is a Big Mac.
A Big Mac is a Big Mac, bruh.
Why are you so hard-headed?
Because you're chicken-headed.
Yeah, we're running. I'm Steve Bagshaw, a naturalist and explorer. Even in the 21st century, there are parts of our world still waiting to be discovered.
I've never seen anything like that before in my entire life. How does the world not know about this?
Join Steve Bagshaw as he ventures into dangerous territories in search for adventurous experiences.
The thought of that coming down on my head, helmet won't make any difference. You will be dead in an instant. Whoa!
This is what adventure is all about.
Expedition with Steve Bagshaw, Sundays at 5. S3. Open up.
Pan per notch. You have my word.
My challenge! I accept the challenge of the so-called natives. May the Christian Lord guide my hand against your Roman popery. Prepare to receive the true Lord.
Gangs of New York, tonight at 7:30. Open up to S3.
A warm welcome back to you. It was all about the Sasol National Playoffs here at the King Zwelithini Stadium, where we really did have a thrilling final. And the story really is it's City Lads 3 and Vasco da Gama 4, leaving it really to the last minute to walk away victorious in this one. But I do now bring in the head of sponsorships at Sasol, Dean Somerset, to announce to us the Disky Queen of the game. Dean, it's all over to you. Please reveal to us the Disky Queen for this final.
She's all the way from Vasco da Gama, and let's welcome Nolethando Bottoman as Disky Queen of the match.
And here she is, the lady of the moment, walking away with 1,500 Rand. Congratulations, Nolethando. Siswami, just move closer to camera. Ngizokwazi ukuthi ngixoxisane nawe kancane. Uzizwa kanjani ngeperformance yeqembu lenu lana namhlanje?
Oh, ngizizwa ngijabulile sisi. Bengakho easy but sikwazile ukusebenzisana as a team. Sizama uphusha apho nalapho sicoverishane as basimamele instruction ka coach. Let's masibayeke baze apha kuthi masinga waste energy yethu and then xa siza apha kuthi and then pull it through.
I guess khulume kube ngovalo mhlambe elithe ukunishaya kancane uma senibona ukuthi seniku 3-3 ekubeni niye ku half time break ngo 3-1.
Angifuna ukuxoxa kakhulu sisi ibikhona uvalo enalo but ngizithembile teammates zami bengiyazi ukuthi size come back.
Congratulations, Sisi. Let's now bring in the losing coach for today. That is the coach Terry Mkhwehwe. Coach, I guess khulume ngalo mdlalo wanamhlanje. Ubukhuluma ngokuthi kunabadlali abathile that you want to rely on in this encounter, included in those uOnelisa Nanasele. Awusitshela ukuthi baperforme kanjani futhi sibonile umkhipha nasemdlalweni.
Yes, Onelisa, I relied on her a lot just because she's a ball carrier. But during the game, I think there's something that with his ankle, with her ankle, and then she signals that she can't carry on. Then I had to substitute her. And then somehow we started, our defense started late. The defenders started late to play. They came in the game very late. Unfortunately, by then they have done mistakes that cost us in the game.
Certainly, let's talk about uNandipha Boy. Sibonile ukuthi umshintshile la ubumqale khona emidlalweni ngoba besemuva sambona sesondela phambili.
UNandipha Boy is an all-round player. He can play wing, he can play striker, he plays defender. So he's one of the utility players that I use in many departments.
And rather unfortunate, coach, because we did see the resilience of the team able to equalize and get to 3-3. Kodwa ekugcineni just defensively ama errors that cost you 100,000 rand.
Some of the errors that were made were decision-making errors. Some of the players, or even the goalkeeper in the last one, it was a bad decision-making when he came out very early. When that player, there were other two players chasing her. You see, so, and when he left the poles, they were big enough in order to score.
Hard luck, coach. Hollywood Bet Super League.
Congratulations to Vasco da Gama.
Thank you, coach. We bring in Ashraf Calvert, the winning coach. Coach, let's talk about your team's performance here today. Once again, leaving us on the edge and leaving it to the end to find that winning goal.
Yeah, and I think fatigue settled in. I mean, you could see it was evident the game was slow. I think we managed the game in the first half. We did very well, but that's as we left our energy and we tried to bring fresh legs just to maintain. But you know, if you get tired, you can't anymore, and that was evident. And they did well to come back and make a game of it. As football, as entertainment, we love it. It was nail-bite until the end. Yeah, good final.
Let's talk about Dynamite coming in small packages at Miche Minis. And we saw that she was playing in a bit of a different position in this encounter.
So Miche, she can play on the wing, she can play striker, but no matter where she finds herself, she knows how to time a run. And she's quite quick and dynamic. And as we can see, she knows how to find the back of the net. And that's the main thing. She's been scoring goals left, right and centre for us all season. More than a goal a game this season. And she shows it on the playoffs that she can do it here, even on this level. So amazing player at a small size.
Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
He did talk about looking to his wings to do well in this encounter, and we saw those 2 goals being created from the wing play for Vasco da Gama. Coach, now we bring in the president of SAFA, rather, Dr. Dani Jordan. A massive day today is for women's football, and we've seen the strides that have been made in terms of development of women's football in South Africa.
Yes, excellent football. And let's bring a close to the first phase of building the Hollywood Bet Super League. It is the last 2 teams that will be promoted without teams being relegated. And from next year or next season, there will be 2 promoted and 2 relegated. So this closes the league on 16 teams, and I can see that the league is going to be very, very competitive. And there's a broad spread. We now have a team from the Eastern Cape, from Gqeberha, as well as another one from Cape Town. So it adds the competitiveness of the Hollywood Bets League. And of course, we must thank Sasol for providing the platform for these teams to compete and be promoted into the highest league for women's football in the country. It's been a great tournament. A team that lost out, I think Lindelani has an excellent team.
Yes.
They lost it with the last kick of the match. But I'm sure they'll be back next year, and we want to wish them well. But congratulations to Vasco da Gama. They had a wonderful tournament, a wonderful team. And of course, City Lads has done extremely well. They came back from the dead on many occasions to make it to the final. And even in the final, they fought back to 3-3 and then lost it in the end. I think we're going to have a very, very competitive Hollywood Bets.
President, you've spoken about the levels of competition, not only in the Women's League, but we've heard you talking about the Super League and how it would increase competition on the African continent. Is this a key component of what you're trying to achieve in terms of football in general in South Africa? And we're also seeing that coming through into the Women's League.
Yes, I think that if you look at the quality of the league, we are already African champions at the club level. Mamelodi Sundowns is the best club on the African continent, and now there are others who are going to compete and challenge Mamelodi Sundowns. So I think it's both for the increase of number of women into football, but also the competitiveness and the quality of the competition. We are very happy.
Thank you so much, President.
Thank you.
You can go on for that presentation. It is all about the Sasol National Playoffs. Vasco da Gama walking away victorious.
Absolutely, and that is where the presentation is about to ensue. Vasco da Gama have done the business. On their way to the semi-final, they beat City Lads 3-1, and this time when it mattered the most in the final, they beat them once again, but this time around with that 4-3 goal margin. Truly was exceptional. And for Vasco da Gama, the one thing that they'd said is that they wanted to get a treble, and that is exactly what they have done. They won the Western Cape's Sasol League champions, and then they won the Coke Cup, and this time around now winning the National League. So truly an exceptional season that they've had so far. We even heard Andisiwe going from Ashraf Calvert really speaking about the pride anayo in this team, coming to the Kingswell Itini Stadium and making sure that they do the business.
It was a great game to watch. Like, iScope 3-1, Mara, City Lads, they managed to come back. But all our chances, our goals, like, I mean, like, iko local 5 minutes from Gunoris, and it was a mistake here. City Lads, because they couldn't clear the ball from a mover, because anything against a mover, we need to clear the ball. And then you go list to Siltole minutes, and which is like Siamazo go to good thing support Amapola on the side, and Magatola Ipola on the left, we are Konugulvala, I shoot.
Absolutely, and we do have the dignitaries there already, and you know, also adhering to COVID-19 protocols, as you can greatly see there. There we have it. Minis walking away with that coveted trophy. Lydia Munapelo also there to award that prize.
To be honest, I think we deserve a Minis Leia trophy Leana. Because like indlela adlale ngakhona eqaleni kwe tournament ukhonile ukuscore, like ngiyacabanga ukuthi uscore kuwo wonke ama game awadlalile, so uyayideserve ne performance ayilethile kule tournament le. Like, it was marvelous to watch, and uyi future for the national team.
Absolutely, Minnie's there. She got 7 goals in this tournament, so which is truly amazing for her. You know, making sure that she really does come through with all the accolades that she is supposed to be receiving. And of course, the presentation of the awards are happening here at the Kingswell Itini Stadium. Vasco da Gama, the winners of this championship, they came through, they did the business. They will now be plying their trade in the Hollywood Bets Super League for this 2022 season. But also for City Lads, even though they do walk away with 100,000, maybe not the 200,000 that they wanted, but still very great that they will also be part of the Hollywood Bets Super League.
Njengoba besi mentionile mayiqala game lena ukuthi bana manje they no longer playing for qualifier for Hollywood, badlalela there's a cup okoqala yeSasol League, and abazophinda next day baphinde babuye bayidlalela, because you have to win 3 times ukuthi ihlale kuwe, and there's prize money ka number 1 which is 200,000, and there's a second prize 100,000. The good thing here Vasco, even though like ba winile le 200,000, ngabe le game like ba win ngefe and square amagola akore noza City Lads, like baziphanishile ngokwabo, ngoba remember sikhulumile experience.
Absolutely. And there, Siambona Williams, I mean, she got such a beautiful applause from her teammates, coming away with that goalkeeper of the tournament trophy. Really great, because there were critical saves as in this encounter. If it wasn't for that, a different story altogether.
Udlalile kakhulu as a goalkeeper. Ukhonile ukusava ama-goals bekumele ukuthi kunala i-City Lads ishute khona bekumele ukuthi equalize ibe yi-4-4. And that was the best save, because ngaba manje baya kuma penalty mara umanejile ukuthi Williams akhona ukusave lapha because ngabe bakhonile uku-equalize.
Mitch Minis, I mean, really the star of this tournament, receiving the Player of the Tournament award, scoring also 7 goals in this tournament. Yinto besikade sikhuluma ngayo ukuthi she really has been so fantastic. Only 20 years of age and really displaying such excellence.
Mawubheka lela player leliya udlala left and right. Magu right, like not the way agijima ngakhona egroundini. Uthatha ama-position amahle kakhulu and nama-teammate wakhe sebayam-understand ukuthi udlala kanjani. If you remember i-goal ukorile on the right side, akora on the last pole, which is on the left. Wakora on the left side, akora on the right pole, which is on the other side. Like i-mindset yakhe, like she only wants to score goals whenever anebhola ugijimela phambili ngoba she wants to score goals ngoba ngumsebenzi wakhe vele ngoba uyi-striker.
Absolutely. Now again, City Lads collecting their silver medals. They will walk away with that 100,000 Rand prize. A team that was founded in 1995. They are based in New Brighton, Gqeberha, and of course won the Sasol Eastern Cape Championship in 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2016, and of course in 2021, which is why they find themselves in this final. They did the job, you know, and it was getting so close. Maybe it could get to penalties. What we love about this team, they had that never say die attitude, and anything really could have happened in those dying stages of the encounter.
You know what's good about City Lads? They only won 1 game by winning a high score, and then they lost a Manyama game by a semi-final because of and guess what? Ba wina kuma semi-final as well, and ba wina badliwa kuma finals. And into good ngale team leyan kuma game ngaba badlalile, like they don't give up, and bane strategy sokuthi mabadlala bayakhona ukuthenga abo referee ukuthi like ba confuse ama opponent. So like ba win igame yabo yokuqala ba lose kumanye ama game, mara today badlala ama final. So that's why I say to football, like it's all about scoring goals. You score like ama goal amaningi, ubhalisa e-sports sakho, you play semi final, you go to final. Namhlanje ba tholi second prize, which is 100,000. Izobasiza ukuthi like ba prepare very well for Hollywood Super League, because manje baya kwesinye stage. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a very, very good thing. It's so unfortunate for the coach, who said today was going to be all about revenge. But unfortunately, that team just proving to be too strong for them. They come away as winners. 200,000 rands in the bag, and you know, being crowned as champions. It was a great showing.
For me,
all right, let's just go back now to the Kingsway Litini Stadium quickly there, where Gloria Brown is standing by.
Well, here you have the Sasol League champions. That is Vasco da Gama. They are getting ready to rumble and be proud of what they have achieved. We talk of 2019 JVW, we talk of 2018 TUT, we talk of Bloemfontein Celtic. 2017 and 2021 is Vasco da Gama. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. It is Vasco da Gama deserving as you are, powered by Cecil, is Vasco da Gama. Goes all the way to the Hollywood Bets Super Bets. Well, that's how it ends here at the Kings Vellatini Stadium. Let's go to the studio where the full analysis of today's proceedings will happen.
Great insights on this encounter. It really was great that you joined us. But now we throw the ropes back to Owen Honey and Zai Khan, who do continue with the Sport Arena. Good evening from us.
Cecil, proud partners of women's football.
Well, thank you for joining us once again. Yeah, thank you to Xoli and Ndisiwe. It was brilliant action there. 4-3, the final score in favour of Vasco da Gama as they head through to the Hollywood Bet Super League. And we look forward to City Lads also